come and show my film Target St. Louis Volume 1 here in Accra, and when I was welcomed by the real GH to come and show the film, express ourselves, and then, you know, let the people know, let our people know what's happening in the States, what's happening in the States here.
Okay.
You know?
All right, I see. So for how long have you been into the industry?
How long I've been in the industry? I've been in the industry for, I'd say, 15 years. Started off just as an actor, and then I progressed my way to being a writer-director. So I just like to look at myself as a storyteller.
Wow.
Yeah, I live between New York and LA, you know, working on my craft.
So can you tell us some of the projects that you've embarked on and some of the programs that, say, Rosalie Production have come out with?
Oh, 4910 Rosalie Productions we have come out. This is our feature documentary, Target St. Louis Volume 1, but our other film about that, we won the Arts with Impact Award in the Film Festival in San Francisco. And then our film, Daddy's Big Girl, we won the Gentleman Jack Daniels Filmmaker of the Year Award. So we've been coming out with films consistently, and most of our films target a demographic that needs to be spoken to. Okay. So that's what we do. We try to give voice to the voiceless with our films and our creative endeavors. Okay. From documentaries to narrative forms. We try to engage and give a voice to the people who need to express themselves and feel like they've been muted.
Wow, wonderful. Yeah. And one thing we've learned is you've been using your tool to also address issues of sexism, racism, bigotry, and others.
Yes, yes.
Why?
Because I think that's what we need to do for each other. You know, each one teach one is something I believe in wholeheartedly, where you learn and you acquire information and you pass it down to the next generation. So that's why we focus on the isms, the sexism, the racism, the violence against people, and it's all of us that need to do it. But I know as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, my tools to fight against these things is my storytelling, is how I can position a story to impact you. And then once you're impacted, once you have an emotional reaction towards something, then it engages you to act, right? So I think that's one of the gifts that God has blessed me with, is being able to move people and engage with people. So that's why I choose to use my tools, my powers under God's tutelage and tell the stories that I like to tell.
So is there any way, or have you been able to gather data prior to racisms, sexisms, and those things? Have you been able to write certain things, articles on
Yes, writing certain things, certain articles, like my film, Daddy's Big Girl. It's basically, it's fighting against the negative images of Black men and their children. You know, sometimes there's especially in the States, there's a narrative that we don't take care of our children, which is ridiculous. So that's why I created this film, Daddy's Big Girl, and then I directed it because I wanted to fight against that stereotype, which is, again, ridiculous. The same thing with About That. About That is a story about mental illness that, you know, we wrote and directed, and again, it addresses what happens when love is only good for you, and it address mental illness and things that need to be talked about in our culture. So that's what I do. So again, Target St. Louis Volume 1. This documentary is about post-World War II, during the Cold War era. The military conducted secret chemical testing on the most vulnerable population of St. Louis. So at the time, they said they were putting together a defensive weapon to attack Moscow, but in actuality, well, from our understanding from the research, is that they may have been putting together an offensive weapon. So the story centers around and is told through the eyes of survivors. Okay. These people were children at the time when it happened, but now they're adults in their 70s, and they just want their story to be heard so they can be seen. Because everyone wants to be seen in the world. Okay. Everybody wants to have an identity, you know. So they can be seen, and then maybe some action can happen after this. So that's what the documentary focuses on. You know?
All right. That's wonderful. You can join us. That's Mr. Smith. We are discussing a lot of his projects. And some are or Kana Bruni Kasa and Oyobia Agyapong. So can you tell us how many awards that you've been given?
I've been nominated for awards, more than a few theater awards, TV awards, television award, film awards. So I appreciate each and every one of them. But my biggest award is speaking to the people like yourself. Wow. The biggest award is for me being in Ghana. You know, been in Accra, Cape Coast, Prom. I've been up and down, you know, engaging with the people, talking. We had a screening for Central University to show the next generation what's happening to us in the States, so we can bridge that gap between the States and Ghana and our people, so we can start building more and more, so we all can be one united.
I think looking at what you said, visiting Elmina, Prom and others, there are a lot of tourist site area. I've been able to visit such areas, so that when you engage the African American diasporans, those in the States, after visiting those areas, you can share something with them. What did you see after touring such places?
You know, what I saw, I was touring all those places, I saw beauty. That's what I saw, beauty, and I saw understanding, and I saw love.
All right.
That was the things that stood out when I was there and experiencing and having great conversations. The conversations that I've had in these communities have blown my mind.
Wow.
And when I'm here, I tell you to be honest about you, is love. For me, I just love being in the part of the majority.
Okay.
You know, in the States, it's hard fought to be in that situation, but for us, for when I'm here, and there's no feeling that I can explain that pretty much that embodies what I'm feeling.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I suggest to all my brothers and sisters in the States, come to Ghana. Come to Ghana and visit our people.
Oh,
because
I see.
You are our people and we are your people.
Wow.
You know?
This is wonderful. So for Chelsea about Ghana, Okwaprobo, Mina, Cape Coast, Prom and others, Accra, environment, you know. Ultimate country in Accra.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Help me out, I'm learning.
So who is teaching you?
Who's teaching me?
Yeah, how to speak the Akan language.
Oh, my brother, I got a good brother, Ellie, who's helping me out. He's putting me on the game, and my good brother Morris, he's you know, you need the intermediary that's gonna help you. So Morris helps me out.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, this means this, and Ellie gives me the proper meaning and keeps me on track. He keeps it like you know, things like that, you know.
All right, one thing that has been a major challenge to the, let's say, movie acting industry is the novel coronavirus pandemic. It has affected a lot.
Yes,
it has jeopardized the world economy. How is it affecting your production?
It affected, well, okay, so we started this documentary, we were out of Corona. But listen, one time, we were planning to have a big premiere in St. Louis.
Okay. In
St. Louis, Missouri, where the documentary is shot and set. But it was on March 23rd of last year.
Oh, okay.
And then we had hooked up with the Historical Society of Missouri, and they're going to have a big, beautiful screening. And Corona stopped all of that.
Okay.
But you know what it is? It was a blessing in disguise. Because it stopped our premiere at that time.
Okay.
We were able to get some new footage from different people, and new historical societies showed us and sent us footage. So we were able to include that in the documentary now.
Okay.
So now the documentary is stronger, and I feel it has a stronger impact because of what happened in March, 22nd, 23rd, where it was canceled. Okay. So again, it's all God's plan, you know. So that makes it even stronger. That's all.
All right. Okay. That's Mr. Damien D. Smith, a filmmaker, actor, award-winning writer, and a director. 4910 Rosalind Production. Why that name?
4910 Rosalind Productions is the house that I grew up in. I was raised with my grandmother, so that's the address of the house that I grew up in. Wow. So everything that I do is a production of that, you know. You know, and sorry, can I say about the thing about coronavirus affecting the industry?
Yeah, sure.
I was working on a show. A Snowfall.
Yeah, Snowfall. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that show it usually should take a few months to shoot, and it kept getting pushed back because of coronavirus situations, you know. So that is affecting the industry throughout our industry, especially last year. So everyone had to adjust to the situation as much as possible because safety is the most important thing, right?
Wow. This is wonderful. So you can see the coronavirus has affected a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Wow.
A lot of things.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I was for opinion anything come where be a oyisene or America abrochimemo. Horn didn't dream of such just say stories. Also director. Ono also director. One ejuma kuwa yeneno edi enkomo. Just say coronavirus. No, ase nyoma pi. Just say option the ejuma di ne botai ne sine ne so. And they did not press over here. So, what's the way forward? What's the vision? The vision for your project?
This for my documentary.
Yeah.
Well, the vision is first have our screening at Bayview Village on Sunday. So we have that is at 5 p.m. on Sunday. So we're going to have our screening, and it's going to be the a cross screening. I'm so happy. Then after this, we go to New York, and there's some festivals that we're in that we can't say now publicly, but they'll be coming soon. So it's going to premiere in the States.
Okay.
Most likely New York City, and then we're going to go across the state and do a couple more screenings, and then from the best plan is that we get picked up by a streaming service. You can't say all names. We get picked up by a streaming service, and they go from there, so everyone can see it. My goal is for everyone to see this film, because the film is basically a call of action.
Okay.
A call to action to get people engaged about what's happening, so things like this can never happen again. That's the goal of the film. So situations that my people had to go through never have to happen again. So that's why we speak out now, so the youth can learn from the past and prepare for the future.
What should we expect from your production in the coming years?
In the coming years, we have our slate is pretty full.
Okay.
So we have a film, The V, aka Victory High.
Okay.
That's a feature narrative film that we're going to shoot in St. Louis, Missouri. But I am looking to shoot something here in Accra.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to direct a film here in Accra.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Have you been able to engage the movie industry in Ghana?
I am starting. I've been having some meetings and talking to different people here, and it's very promising. And the industry, from my understanding, is very inviting to creatives that want to come here and show Accra and show.
And have you, able to identify some of the actors and actresses in Ghana?
Not yet. I have it's one that we're coming up that's going to host, but we'll know it'll be more of a rollout.
Okay.
So we're going to that's going to host for Sunday. But that's what I'm looking to do. I want to be engaged more with the film industry in Ghana. So if I would love to talk and speak and have time, have lunch and talk while I'm here too. To all our good people.
All right. This is wonderful. Very interesting. Then, Kojun Cancer Lewin, watch out. I'll engage you with Mr. Damien D. Smith so that there will be a collabo for wonderful.
Yeah, right.
Have you heard of one actor called Kojun Cancer Lewin? Kojun Cancer Lewin.
Not yet, brother.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
He's one of our famous Ghanaian moving actors in here.
Oh.
Doing local movies in our country.
Oh wow! I would love to meet that brother and speak with him. Yeah.
This is wonderful. Okay, so if someone is watching you this morning, a youth who has the vision or future to become a movie actor or a film director, what would be the advice to that person?
Love it, because it takes love to get what you want.
Wow.
So if you want to, it's a process, and it's not always pretty. You have to go through the fire to get to the, you got to go through, you got to forge yourself with steel to be on point, right? So you got to learn, and you got to go through a process. You're going to get a lot of rejection. You're going to get a lot of no's, but you got to know you have to love it, because when you love it, you'll do it for free.
Wow.
But you have to love it, and then keep on progressing. Don't let anyone tell you no. No is just a hurdle. And once you jump over it, it makes you stronger, and you can jump over the next hurdle even faster, then the next hurdle even faster. So keep on loving your craft, keep on working at your craft, and keep going.
Now, there are so many young, talented guys in the country, but most of them, their motive is to get money first by putting aside the talent. They don't want to work hard. The first thing that they focus on is to get money.
Yeah. So
is that how you started it?
Oh no.
Okay.
How I started, I did things for free.
Okay.
I started on productions in plays where I wasn't getting paid. I had to recruit audience to come in.
Wow.
So they can see me perform.
Wow.
And still didn't get paid.
Wow.
So I didn't get paid for a long time because I was cultivating my craft. And that's where the love comes in. You got to cultivate your craft. You got to be the best that you can be in your craft so you can stand out. Because when you go to the big cities like Accra, LA, New York, everyone's good.
Wow.
Everyone wants it just like you. So how are you going to stand out? You got to want it. You're going to have to love it more than the next person. And then you and also have God with you, in my opinion.
All right. Does it pay? The profession, does it pay? Do you get money from the industry?
Oh yes. I get money from the industry now.
All
But
right.
it didn't start off that way though.
Okay.
It started off as an apprentice, an intern. It started off me then as a production assistant. I was PAing for a while. I did that too. I did everything so I can learn my craft. I can set up everything in this studio now. Light panels, cameras, I can set back focus. I can do everything in here. I've produced, I've done everything, so I know my craft so much that when I walk on set as a director, I know exactly what this person is doing, that person is doing, and that person is doing, and what time it takes to get your job done so I can be as effective as I can be.
Okay.
So that's why you got to know your craft. That's why you have to. Anything worth having it takes hard work.
Okay.
That's it. There's no tricks. There's no magic. Hard work.
Wow. Hard work. So finally, how do you combine as a movie actor, a director, a filmmaker, story writer? How do you combine the three or more than three?
Luckily, great question, brother. Luckily, I have cultivated that skill set. It's something I feel is natural for me. Luckily, as a blessing, because I know some people who can't. But again, I started off from the craft standpoint, from the love of it. So acting, theater. Then you come, then I did a one-man show, right?
Okay.
Where I played like 9 characters.
Wow.
It was funny. It was called Just Happy to Be Here. I wrote it. And I won, and I got nominated for an Adelco Award as a film. It was a theater award, right? And right there, that let me know that there's your benchmark. So it's time for me to go to LA and start working on my TV and film time.
Okay.
So I had to drive over there and do that. So you just got to keep on pushing and focusing, brother.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, so finally, what are you telling our audience, our viewers?
What I'm telling them, the final thing is come to Bayview Village Sunday, 5 p.m. Come watch Target St. Louis Volume 1.
This coming Sunday?
This coming Sunday.
Okay.
Come watch Target St. Louis Volume 1. This documentary is a touching story. My family is in this documentary.
Okay.
My grandmother is in this documentary.
Wow.
You know, this is my uncles are in this documentary. This is a story that I told for our people. And I wanted to and so they can give a voice to the voiceless, because they were not being recognized at this time. So they have to be recognized now. It's time. The time is now. So come see the documentary on Sunday, and come meet. Let's have a great time and have a conversation, please.
All right. Thanks so much for having you this morning.
Brother, thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Love.
All right. That is Mr. Damien D. Smith, filmmaker, an award-winning director, at the same time creative art director, 4910 Rosalie Production. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. You shared a lot with us this morning. We always have in mind that if you want to achieve something, you first of all push for money. But this morning, through what you've went through the beginning of your project, you started by doing things voluntarily, by not taking anything. So we appreciate your hard work, and we will also come in there Sunday to see whatever that will transpire there.
Can't wait, brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Okay. I was afraid that Penina say in some noble be so Emma what will be or trust in a directors or shall see no physical any name. I'm on it and or tear or be P Ghana or say Ghana environment now. I would say any or minor out to say Ghana, ye what dear a ye and or can't to Mebuno for say man physical any money mukai and the more ye no more for me be see when you so the ye or talent and also dog love the talent. I hold name then Ghana for we no more talent no and we actually not to say Akufo-addo in your P and exactly 25 minutes after 8 live here on 2 television the dialogue show Friday's edition Financial Friday and I'll pay yes share and come and to be my guest and also a financial consultant opinion to be over cancer. There are a lot of issues. Krimu behwene abrobroso de amount nti mame fast da emma maboafo me wia me homeso aba me pa na any guest atenase e dinkomo fast da ma Joy Herbal Industry producers of Vical 20, the ultimate immune system booster. Vical 20 has been authenticated by the Food and Drugs Authority, that is FDA. They've been mandated, regulated, and giving you the chance for you to sell your product to individual Ghanaians. So you can't just come out with any product for Ghanaians to just use them. No, before you come out with such product items, you have to pass through the process at the Food and Drugs Authority. Now, Meno Kasedi, Dr. Manfred Stechi, and then you have Dr. Harrison, Pepe, and Joy product for Kroimo. COVID-19 bremu a boost immune system. Me de me say manumbia doc adruno me de aboame ni me busuafo abo ni pa bi nso omodi dance especially lawyer Stephen Asante Bekwen na no abetena afia kan say Vical 20 no bia no bi busuafo konumbi na ma sojafo ne woni pedi no nya hoden. COVID is real. Men ka say COVID adro mo bia amfa manu nkosi bone dabi enye COVID adro nemmum apomudi mu ni force onuma onum adro be boost immune system so no be strong enya hoden ya de bia so including COVID ontimi ma ni padua no ntinum bi na fa bo ho ban si vaccine unya bi mo bi afa ne bi ba bedu so de no Vical 20 wo vaccine kura wi a no Vical 20 ya de papa esan say omode hahamani no branko a na ye 0244 585 531 and 0244 321. Unauthorized product by JK Company Limited. E umesio wakadi ya ene papemu na eboa ma akodanya dachi. Na ene penifo bibiri TV so yemu yenye akonya te ha ye kase school. Na empo ya penso yenya sa umesio akade no. Na emom ene yama umesio no aye mre ama inuanum nkuma. Akola no ansa na obenya fa pempa pesisu no ne dachi oso build no. Unya books papa mane kinkai o man pen or the betro ne pencil unya school color works a draw a Ghana flag never Ghana colors no e wo school ade na me yade o pa no see and draw oh Ghana flag de obo me draw to osisi a and na me yade o papa me so me de eno no na ene natural product JK Company Limited de abaninti aman kwada no additional emere Awofo awheme pay number 60 Otu Blom Street or North Industrial Area on a Christ Embassy asorene opposite ko hwe machira kwan ne kopen umasuan wakade papa natural pencil pens and pencil cases crayons massets JK exercise books papa to be ma oba no use or stacks plus premium A4 paper champion plus A4 and a 5-star A4 and A3 paper free 10540 999 Antec Herbal Center at the Spanish garlic mixture and capsules and also we drew kayo Spanish for drew amadiabano Antec the Spanish garlic mixture no the garlic aye drew the garlic na which say yes emudru no was Spanish garlic mixture and capsules hwehwomo achira kwan ewo Hallows Herbal obenya biato Angel Herbal Tinated Herbal Repash Herbal Windama Herbal Equus Pharmacy, House of Drug, J Card, and Afe Dependable, Umonso Madina, and J Card no Kaswa, Oko Pharmacy and Herbal Shops in Inemwa, on Sabit me, I can offer 0266 114 111. Na Eboa, hypertension and diabetes, na Ujari and Hoki Kauno, on Spanish garlic mixture and capsules na abuana Spanish jingo capsules on there for cardiovascular health and for impotence be 12 okra ma wajina na so be ma wayemre edumekoi na ebo machidom na meje on krato kakraba e ba ene fiada ene openi kesibi remember na obishia nisisia. I'll be right back after this short break.